This tutorial is for Mobius Lesson 4, homework question number 8. John and Bethany are newly married and they currently own no furniture. Step number 1, understand the problem. They are comparing the prices of two different apartments they are interested in renting for the next 12 months. Step 2, identify variables and assumptions. The first apartment costs $995 per month and is fully furnished. It has a kitchen table and chairs, a couch, a TV, a bed, and a dresser. The second apartment costs $615 per month, but is not furnished. They assume if they rent the second apartment, they would need to provide their own furniture or live without it. Step 3. If John and Bethany go with the unfurnished apartment rather than the fully furnished apartment, how much will they save per month? So I've gleaned from all of our information and I've kind of just thrown it over here in Excel because I want to use the capabilities of Excel to help me out. The first apartment was $995 per month. The second one is $615 per month, and we want to know how much they'll save. So I'm looking for the difference between these two. So I'm going to use Excel to calculate by pressing an equal sign. I'm going to cell reference the $995 by pressing once and then letting go. Then I want to subtract and go to the second one. Again, one left click and let go. And that cell references, press enter, and we see a difference of $380 every month. And so I can just put this over here, $380. The next one, the unfurnished apartment is what percent less than the furnished apartment? So what I'm going to do is take this sentence here, and I'm going to Control V or Control C to copy, Control V to paste, and we're going to translate this so that we can figure this out. So the unfurnished apartment I put over here is the second one. So I'm going to put the second, but I want this to be much larger. I want this to be much bigger for everyone to see. So we'll just make it a little bit bigger. There we go. So I want the second apartment will be, okay, so the unfurnished apartment is second, translates to equals what percent less. Now in another video we kind of explained that the what and the less needs to be reversed. What percent less than? So I'm going to do an open parenthesis. The entire apartment is 100%. So I'm going to put 1 and I'm going to subtract what percent. Because I don't know what the percent is, I'm going to just choose X. Now, this what percent less has been translated into here. 100% of the original minus whatever the percent is that I'm looking for of the furnished apartment. And I put that over here as the first. Okay, so now I can throw in all of my numbers. The second apartment costs $615 equals 100% minus X percent that we don't know times the first, which is $995. Now I need to just take this equation and solve it for X. To do that, I need to divide both sides because there's an implied multiplication here between the parentheses and the first, which we could have put in up here because of means multiply, and we had said of. Okay, so I'm going to divide this side by 995, and I can't just divide one side of the equation without dividing the other, or it'll change the value of the entire equation. So I need to divide both. 995 divided by 995 cancels out to be 1. And 1 times whatever this is over here is just whatever is left. So we get 615 divided by 995 equals 1 minus X. Now the reason I can take off the parentheses is because nothing else is over here. The 995 divided by 995 is 1, or some people say it cancels, so it's gone. It just it becomes 1 because that is divided out becomes 1. 1 times this is still this, 1 minus X. Now I need to continue solving for X. In this case, I think I'm going to add no, we will subtract x, or subtract 1. So I have a positive 1 here, so I need to subtract it from both sides. So I'll do subtract 1. That means I have 1 minus this positive or negative 1 here. 1 minus 1 is 0, and I'm left with negative x. I also have to do it on the left-hand side, minus 1, so that it balances it out. 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 minus x gives me negative x. So I'm going to just press copy and paste here and get rid of the 1 minus 1 because that becomes 0, and I'm left with negative x. Now the last thing I need to do is just divide by a negative. So I'm going to come over here and we'll divide this out here and then subtract 1 and then divide by a negative for the final answer. So I'm going to do equals 615, so I cell reference this just so that I have all of this here, divided by 995, subtract 1, press enter, and then I need to divide this by a negative, which means it becomes positive. So it is 38.2%, changing that to the decimal. If you'd like to see that worked out, we'll just type it in over here. Actually, let's come here and just press copy and paste. So 0.03, we'll make that bigger as well. I apologize for my sore throat here. Negative 0.3, and this is negative x. And then we just need to divide both sides by negative 1. Divide this side by negative 1, which makes this positive because negative divided by negative is positive, and again negative divided by negative is positive. So I'm going to just copy and paste this for my next step and show that this became positive because we divided by a negative, and same on this side. So that x equals 0.38191, which we can rewrite as a percent by moving the decimal 2 places to the right. So it's 38.19%, and then it's probably going to have me round to the nearest, percent. So just 38%. 38. There we go. And we don't want to write percent in there because it's already annotated here in Mobius. Okay, let's move to the next one. This shows that the savings from the renting of renting the unfurnished apartment are substantial. After 12 months, renting the unfurnished apartment would result in how much savings? Okay, so we're past the percentage now, and we're going to come back to the difference, which, to get out of this, press enter, just in case that's something that you've clicked into as well. Okay, so I want to reference, this was the difference every single month, $380. To find out how much we will save for the entire year, we take this and times it by 12 because there are 12 months in a year. So I'm going to press equals and cell reference the difference times 12 and press enter. This saves me $4,560 for the entire year. And we want it rounded to the nearest dollar, 4560, and it looks good. Okay, moving to the next one. However, if they do choose this option, they would have to live without furniture for a while. If a good quality queen-size mattress costs around $608, a kitchen table and 2 chairs cost $152, then for how many months would John and Bethany have to eat and sleep on the floor in the unfurnished apartment before they have saved enough money to purchase the furniture? So here we have 608, 152, so we'll write that over here. Bed and table with 2 chairs. I'm just going to put table though. 608, 152, and that was all. So we want the total for just the bed and the table, and so to do that we'll do equals, and I'm going to left select this one here and then press add, and select this one here and then press enter, and that's $760. And it wants to know how many months would John and Bethany have to eat and sleep on the floor before they would have enough money. So $760, and every month was $380. So it's going to be more than 1 month. So let's find out how many 2 months make us here. So let's come right here. So this was the whole year. I'm going to do 2 months here. Equals 380 times 2 months gives me 760 exactly. So they only have to wait 2 whole months before they have enough for money to pay for a bed and a table. All right. So the next one, which option would you choose? Option 1. I would rent the furnished apartment and enjoy nice furniture for a year. Option 2, I would rent the unfurnished apartment and live without furniture for, in this case, we found 2 months, although just logically speaking, they don't have to wait at the end of the 2 months. They could wait for the 1 month and get their chair and 2 chairs and a table, since it was only $152, because they will have 380, and then the next month they would have all of the leftover for their bed. All right, so this is up to you, whatever you choose. Just type in the number for the option that you pick. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 and then move on to the next one. After the 12-month lease is finished, John and Bethany should reevaluate their decision and look at other options. And so they can go in here and say how much more they would spend and so forth. And we can go up here and how did I do? Verify all of our green check marks and move to the next one.